Have you ever felt kind of weighed down by the past, just really longing for a clean slate? Well, today we're going to explore a path that leads from our deepest struggles all the way to a place of profound mercy. It's a journey that really redefines what it means to truly change. So let's start with this really powerful question from the prophet Ezekiel. It gets right to the heart of a deep-seated fear, doesn't it? Does God want to see us fail? Or is he actually on our side, hoping we'll just turn around and truly live? This one question, it's going to guide everything we talk about today.
And that question, it just feels so personal. Because we've all felt it, that weight of yesterday. We all know that deep down longing for a truly fresh start.
Maybe for you, it's the sting of a broken relationship or a mistake that just keeps playing on a loop in your head. Or maybe it's just this quiet, spiritual hunger. That feeling is universal. It's a sign that we're all searching for healing and, for some real peace.
So, what's the answer to this heavy feeling we all carry? Well, it's not judgment. It's actually an invitation to life, which is beautifully captured in the promise of a garden.
Let's just work with this simple but really powerful image for a minute. Picture your inner life, your soul, as a garden. Maybe it's a little neglected right now. Got some weeds, some dry patches, but the potential for real beauty, it's absolutely still there.
And here's the cool part. Scripture gives us all the tools for this spiritual gardening. The prophet's words, they're like the sun, promising that, growth is totally possible. The Psalms, they're like the rain, bringing this amazing refreshment to our souls. And the gospel, well, that's our gardening tool. It shows us exactly which weeds, things like anger and resentment, need to be pulled.
And this right here, this is the core promise from Ezekiel. Just notice, it's not about punishing what we did in the past. It's all about the choice we make right now. The very moment we decide to turn back, we are promised life. And that is a truly radical message of mercy.
So, this promise of a new beginning leads us to a really crucial insight. See, true change isn't just about trying to stop bad habits on the surface. It's about healing the heart itself, moving way beyond just a simple list of rules to something much, much deeper.
And this brings us to a key concept called interior righteousness. Think of it this way. It's not enough to just grit your teeth and not yell at someone in traffic, right? It's about healing the source of that anger in the first place. Back in our garden, we're getting to the root of the weeds, not just trimming the tops so they look neat for a day. So the huge thing here is the shift in why we're doing things. We're moving from a faith that's maybe based on fear, of messing up, of punishment, to one that's driven purely by love. And that, right there, is the difference between a kind of superficial faith and one that leads to deep, lasting peace.
Okay, so how do we even start to cultivate this inner goodness? Well, Jesus gives us a clear and honestly a pretty radical first step. And it all starts with our relationships with other people.
Just stop and think about that for a second. Our relationship with God, that vertical connection, is directly tied to our horizontal relationships with people. We literally can't separate our spiritual life from our day-to-day interactions. They're just two sides of the very same coin.
And just feel the urgency here. Jesus says this isn't just a nice idea, it's a command. Leave your gift and go first to be reconciled. Before anything else, the number one priority is making things right with other people. This just goes to show that healing our relationships isn't optional for our spiritual well-being. It's absolutely essential.
When we take this command seriously and actually start doing the hard work of reconciliation, it really does change everything. It puts us on a genuine path toward peace.
And this journey, it bears real fruit in our lives. It's not just about feeling better, it's about becoming better. We start to develop humility because, let's face it, we have to admit our own part in the conflict. We gain perseverance for the long haul. You see this in amazing figures like St. Gregory of Narek, who was known for his raw, radical honesty with God. Ultimately, this whole process prepares our hearts to be channels of true justice and love in the world.
So, after all of this, what does it mean for us, right here, today? It all comes down to a really practical, personal invitation. This isn't just interesting information, it's a call to a new beginning that can literally start right now.
So how do you begin? Let's not let this just stay an idea. Let's make it real. Send that difficult message. Have that tough conversation. Or hey, if that feels like too much right now, just start by praying for the person who has wronged you. Even that small step can begin to change your heart and prepare the soil of your soul's garden.
So we'll leave you with this one question to think about.
As you go about your day today, just ask yourself, what is the first weed, that one specific resentment or hurt that you're being invited to pull from your heart's garden to make room for something new to grow?